because Jermaine, you my brother now. You know that for the rest of my life. And I'm sitting here listening to this man speak, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I need to because hello?
What up, my brother?
What up? What's happening?
Nothing, man. First of all, I just want to say I love you. I'm proud of you. Congratulations on all your success. You are absolutely one of the most accomplished producers in the game. You come from the cloth in which this shit was birthed. You've seen it like nobody else has seen it. You've done it like no one else has done it. It will take I can't even say a lifetime to achieve what you've done, because most won't get there. You are part of a very few that will ever do it the way that it has been done.
Appreciate that.
So it bothers me to my core, and especially to hear someone who I do at one time had a lot of respect for say things that are absolutely wrong. I watched the video today. He grabbed on some things that I felt like at some point he realized that maybe he made a mistake. I do. I still feel like that, right? But it's still unacceptable. And as a man, I hope that he would have come on today and really recanted the statement that he made, because he still came on and had nothing. He didn't validate it. He didn't say anything. In fact, it felt like he, pushed it along. So that was disappointing. But I also realized that he's going after something, right? He's looking for that moment today. And that's unfortunate. And I don't want to see that continue, because that's not a good thing. And then he had some other dudes on that were kind of contesting to, what was going on back in the 90s. I saw one dude speaking on Swiss's name. And what I realized is that they don't really understand what it is that this is, right? There's a reason that Jermaine Dupri is Jermaine Dupri. There's a reason that Swiss is who he is. It's not just because he made one record. He made a bunch of hit records. You've made a bunch of hit records. You've developed this name because of that. You can make these records with anybody. So the fact that one guy gets the glory more than the other is not an issue, right? It can't be an issue.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, man?
Well, I mean, I didn't see it live. I'm in Chicago. I was doing this DJ at a party just now, and I tried to catch it a little bit, and it was off when I got in. But I did see his video where he tried to say, see, look, he's saying it right now. And in the video, Brian is behind me, and he's trying to point the arrow at Brian to be like, I'm saying it in front of Brian. And at that point, this is why I feel like I had to say something. Because if you don't know the process, how are you just openly speaking on the process, right? And that's the part of me that's the stupidest about this, is because it's like, you've never been in the studio with us. You don't know the process, right? And most people don't know the process. And for those out there that, the room and everybody that's in here, I'm going to say, majority of the time when we make records, it's a collaborative effort. But I start the collaboration, right? I write the songs. If I write an idea or I write a hook, then I bring Brian and I say, listen, this is an idea that I got. And we start expanding on the idea. So from that point, I think he was trying to make it look like, and I'm guessing, but I never said I go on YouTube, IG Live, all videos showing that me and B Cox work together as a team, the same way Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis work together, the same way LA and Babyface work together.
Right.
And I never And I've never tried to stand in the studio and act like that don't happen. I actually, like the other day when me and Puff was talking, I wanted Brian to talk first. You know what I mean? I put Brian on. Puff ain't even say Brian was gonna be on there, right? But I included Brian because he's very much important piece to every record that I've made since Bow Wow, right? Or 8701. And I also had another collaborator with Manuel Seal. But still, regardless of that, I feel like, you know, I would never, me personally, would never get on any platform and speak on anybody, right? And I'm saying this goes for anything, any subject, not just producing. Because the thing that I think that people don't understand, especially about me, I'm making records every day. So if you start speaking on my name about my business, then you don't even realize that you could damage my business by somebody that was getting ready to come bring me a check and say, well, Jermaine, I just heard a rumor that you ain't the one that's making the beats.
Isn't that called defamation?
That's what it's called.
Saying it's defamation, but it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's so loosely done that he's not even paying no attention to it. See, and I'm not trying to diss. I don't know the last record that he's made, but I'm just saying, for the most part, if you're not actively working, then you can speak in that space and think that it works because that's just where you are. But I'm actively working right now. That's like somebody saying, JD, when he be DJing, he be playing a tape. He don't actually be up there, right? Get around. That'll start spreading around to the circuits and the DJs and the promoters. And when you ask for a certain price, they'll be like, well, we heard you don't actually really be DJing, right? And then you gotta try to fight the rumor so you can get yourself in that position. So I just jumped on top of it from the gate because I'm letting him know, like, I don't come from that. I'm not from that school, right? And I'm from a school where like, if you say something, let's battle, right? That's the type of school I'm from. Like, I don't believe that he's a producer that I am, because I think I heard him say something about he don't need no keyboard players and this, that, and the third. I don't either, by the way.
Right.
I just do it because I know somebody else's power connected to my power is a more power. You know what I mean? It ain't about me trying to be hero JD and just do everything by myself. Brian Michael Cox is incredible. He's an 8-time Grammy winner. He got more Grammys than I do, right? So why wouldn't I be in the studio with somebody who got more? You know, that's what they say. You ought to be in a room with somebody who's smarter than you. Well, goddamn it, he's pretty damn smart. You got more Grammys than me, then that's the person I need to be in a room with. But anyway, I'm just saying, you know, the part about it that really threw me off is that he's speaking on me. He's never been to my studio, and I don't personally know him, right? So I took that as like, you trying to jab. Like, why you going at me? Right?
I need to put my Timbs on. Like, hello, who?
Yeah.
Can we, like, even Swiss is like, who are we talking about?
Yeah, listen. I already said his name. I know Chad said he said. I'm gonna say it's a guy named Self-Service. I would pray to God that he comes in because I want him to hear.
His name is Self-Service.
Super producer Self-Service. That's his name. Yeah.
Okay. On behalf of everybody in here, who? Like, he's so who?
Wait, hold on. No. But hold on. No. Listen, again, we're not here to bash, right? Because he
by the way, in no kind of way do I want anybody to go to his page, because the first day that I did that, people went to his page and he blocked everybody. He blocked his page and put it on private. I don't want that. I don't want him to do. I do want him to understand, because I feel like for some reason he don't understand what I'm saying. And this goes for anybody out there. This goes for anybody that has any kind of business. If you do electricity and you go to somebody's house, electric work, and you say something bad about that person doing electric work, their jobs coming up moving forward is going to be a little bit tougher because they heard a bad complaint, right? So same thing. It's like, and you're on the internet, and you know this video, although he did it 8 months ago and I didn't see it when he did it, that ought to let him know exactly what I'm saying. The internet will just continue to float something for as long as they can float it. That shit might just show up 10 years from now, right? And at that point, I could be getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, and then people be like, well, Jermaine, we just heard this producer self-service say, you don't make the beats. We should give you a, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm trying to get this shit in the bud. But I also feel like as a man, because he preaches this man thing, like manly and all. As a man, you gotta say you sorry, man. You gotta say something, because
it's inaccurate. It's inaccurate. It is not a true statement.
If you got somebody out there that you know that you can ask, did Jermaine take the beat? But like I said, the guy in my video, right? This is not checkers, this is chess. I put the man in my video who could possibly say that, right? He's right there in the video. And he's chiming in on everything that I'm saying. And Brian has been making records with me since 8701. So from 8701 to Jagged Edge, Heartbreak, to Bow Wow, to everything else since then, to the Division record today and the Ari Lennox record that just passed, it's all me and Brian. So if anybody could ever say that, it would be Brian, right? But we don't go in the studio. By the way, we don't go in the studio separately when it's a project for us to do it together. Now, if we want to reel it back to 1992, the Crisscross album, I did 100% by myself.
100.
Played all the instruments, played all the keys, sampled all the songs, wrote every word of every song that you heard. So if I don't even believe he could ever say that. He didn't write a song for DMX, right? And I shouldn't be even addressing this because we're not even in that same category, because if you don't write songs for the artist, then you don't actually understand what I'm saying. But I just feel like for anybody out there, man, you just can't get on this internet shit and just be talking about people that you don't know and then think you're going to get away with it.
Okay. Hold on a minute. First of all, shout out to the room. Shout out to Jermaine Dupri. Shout out to everybody that has come in here with Jermaine, and it's just shout out to the room. I'm getting a lot of alerts to say that this person is in the room. I don't know what that means to you guys. I don't know if you want to cam him up and he wants to talk about this.
Listen, Self is a friend, right?
Okay.
I've known him for many years. He is absolutely welcome to come on here. Right? I don't think Jermaine is here because he don't want to speak to him. I think it needs to be an open conversation because it's
okay. Well, he can cam up. So does he know what that means? It'd be a
healthy one.
So cam up, sir. Press the camera button and we can bring you up. But Jermaine, what I want to say to that and to what Chad was alluding to, I think the internet, like this thing gives a lot of people a lot of courage. You know, back in the day, a little bit of vodka and tequila in a glass gave people, what they call it, like courage juice, something like that. Something happens with the internet that people come on here and they just kind of talk very fluidly on their own without complete whole validation sometimes. And whatever memory is we're all getting older, things happen. And so a recollection of something ain't 100%. How okay, we have company. Here we go.
Yes,
Hi, how you doing?
Self, what's good, brother?
Hello, how are you?
How's everything, Self?
I'm fine. What's up, Chad?
Listen, bro, you know,